Who knew? Who knew? What about Instagram?
Back and forth. That face, though.
Are we live on Instagram?
Hayden. Are we live?
Guys, we might be live.
Alive?
Oh, hey, we're live on Instagram.
We're alive on Instagram?
We are alive on Instagram. Oh, I should probably be using my microphone.
What is up, Instagram? We
Hey,
are
we're good.
just
We're
checking
good.
Okay, good.
all our things.
Are we good?
You're always ahead of us.
It's
I'm pretty
always
sure
such a
YouTube can hear us right now.
it's such a
They just can't
dramatic,
see us quite yet.
such a dramatic
Well,
intro.
Instagram always gets.
It always gets a little ahead of the game.
All right, well,
Yes.
let's just do away with.
Oh, I
the
think.
great-
Are we live? Live?
Yeah.
Are we good? We're on camera? Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we
Thanks
are.
for the heads up.
We are.
Love you guys.
Good job, Booth. Good job, guys.
Instagram, Facebook, all the
Yeah.
things. Welcome.
Thanks so much for being here. I'm so glad I'm here right now. Hey, as we're here together and as you're joining us, let me just start off by saying this is Cameron here. Cameron,
Hello.
hey, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How about
What
you?
was what's your highlight of your day today?
Our rundown meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we had a meeting today, right before this, and clearly you can see how effective our when we go live portion of our meeting went. What was so great about the meeting?
Well, John had a fancy microphone and did a couple raps, so we've now put it into the stream.
This
and-
little guy here,
Yeah.
it's just a little
It's
mic.
Just a little.
It's
He's just like,
Okay.
just check our story later, and you might get
And
a
then, hey,
snippet
over here,
of that.
Brooke, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, John?
Great. What's been the highlight of your day today?
My salada before.
Salada?
Yes.
Not everybody knows exactly what
Like,
salada
my
is.
mind for a second, I was like, wait, what did you just
Tell,
say?
tell us a little more about salada.
It's like a salad bar that you go to. It's like the salad Subway, I would say. You like go through and tell them what you want.
The salad chipotle, maybe?
Oh yeah, salad Chipotle.
Because you just step
Nah.
right.
I'm
Salad
I'm
mods,
I'm a
salad
Chipotle- I'm not a
biology.
Chipotle fan.
But it's set
You
up
go through,
like
you
that.
pick your lettuce and then you pick all your toppings, but they do it for you. What about
Yeah.
you, John?
You know what's funny? I had salada today for lunch too, Brooke.
You did?
I did. I really did.
Yeah.
And I tried that new avocado.
Jalapeno?
Avocado jalapeno ranch dressing. It was phenomenal.
Was it comparable like Chewy's? Creamy
no,
jalapeno?
nothing can compare to Chewy's jalapeno. So no,
Like, what would you compare it as?
I would compare it as like a spicy ranch.
Like the spicy Chick-fil-A avocado?
Yeah, similar to that.
All right.
Well put.
That's a
Okay,
thing.
so back to
Squirrel.
Takeover. We're
I didn't
here.
know that
We're
was a thing.
live. Takeover live. We got our live
Really?
stream going tonight, and so we just wanted to just welcome everybody here, and we're glad. Why don't you jump into the chat? Okay, we should have said this earlier. Why
should
didn't you
have.
say this earlier?
Squirrel.
Shut up.
John.
It's okay. It's all good.
So with that
Squirrel.
being said, say hello in the chat because we do giveaways here.
And we're simply going to give away to someone
in the chat.
in the chat.
All you gotta say is hello. What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Anything. You
Like
put an emoji. Just
anything.
let us know you are here.
Anything in the chat. Just chat. That's all you gotta do. And then at that point, we'll take a winner and we will do a giveaway. Do we want to reveal where the giveaway is going to be yet? That might get more chatter.
It could be. It's going to be a Taco Bell gift card.
The old
The
fourth
first one
meal.
is going to be the Taco Bell gift card. So we can do gift cards through Taco Bell. And we're going to have someone in the back come check on our Instagram. We're going to check on our YouTube. And we're going to check on our Facebook to see who is chatting in. So
Do we have any
While
chats
we're
yet?
waiting on chats, you want to go ahead and just start on what's happening next week, John? I know I'm kind of jumping through, but we can go back.
Yes. We're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about our announcements. Big announcements tonight. Next week, we're not going to go live. We're not going to be at a live stream like this. We are going to go out. We're leaving the church. We're going to go outside. And so where are we going to meet?
I'll talk about Liberty Hill, and then you can talk about Leander. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, Liberty Hill, we're going to meet at our campus parking lot. Not in the building. We're going to be outside. Where are y'all meeting in Leander?
And Leander students, we're going to be meeting at Robin Bledsoe Park from 7 to 8 p.m.
7 to 8 at the Liberty Hill campus parking lot. 7 to 8 at Robin Bledsoe. If you're a Leander student or leader, meet at Robin Bledsoe. If you're a Liberty Hill student or leader, meet in the parking lot at the campus of Liberty Hill. We're going to have some free food. We're going to have some
What kind
sodas.
of food?
Let's just do pizza. Let's just do
That's
pizza.
important to
Okay, we'll do
students.
pizza this
That's
time.
important to me.
We'll do pizza this time. Next time we can change it up if you'd like. And we'll have some sodas. We'll hang out. We'll be out there from 7 to 8. So next Wednesday, be there. It's a good opportunity just to get out, have some fun,
Get
say
outdoors, spend some time not cooped up in your house if you can.
hi. And then what's the next big announcement, Cameron?
It's a big announcement. We say it every week. If you don't follow us on social media, I went off the song, but I don't care. If you don't follow us on social media, follow us at RP Takeover, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And then our TikTok is RP.Takeover. Is that correct, Brooke?
Yes.
Awesome.
And a side note with that, I challenged John a couple weeks ago when we were
you
doing.
really?
Oh,
Yes.
I remember this.
Yes, you remember this.
remember-
Luke
we
and
all
I
voted
did
on
a
it.
TikTok.
We voted on it.
And it was very interesting and fun. But we challenged you and Allie to do it.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to show
No,
that
I'm
video.
afraid.
You know what? I'll show you behind the scenes. But we're gonna have John and Allie recreate this TikTok.
Okay,
It's
let's-
been a few weeks since we've sat down at the
I
table.
totally forgot about that. I'm just going to be
So-
honest. As soon as I left the Takeover live, the point of what you're talking about,
Be
I
scared.
remember
It's
him
gonna
saying-
Be fun.
I
It's
remember
gonna
him
be great
saying-
for us.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. So,
Yeah.
well, that'll happen this week at some
Allie,
point.
good luck.
okay, thanks. Appreciate
Allie's like,
that.
thanks.
And then after we attempt such TikTok attempts of the challenge you are presenting us with, then I will issue a challenge in return.
We got to recreate. We
No,
have to
the
recreate.
one of my choosing.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
great.
All right.
Okay.
I ain't got that
Cool.
many moves, though.
Cool. Brooke, how can we stay up to date with what's going on at Takeover?
With Takeover, we have text reminders at 512-710-2323. And you just text the word Takeover, all lowercase. Again, it is 512-710-2323. And you'll be entered into all of our Takeover text reminders about events, reminders for what's going on around here. So, yeah, just sign up for our text reminders.
Awesome. I'm going to kind of go back to the giveaway.
Yeah.
I only have one person on YouTube that's chatting in. Can somebody from the back come look at Instagram and tell us if we got anybody there? So where was the gift card again?
Taco Bell.
What's your
All right,
favorite?
yeah,
What's your
what do
favorite
you
thing to get at
You
Taco
got
Bell?
a Taco Bell.
Honestly,
What are you
okay,
doing?
so like the OG thing that I get there is the 5-layer burrito, but they have
Yes.
this new taco there, and it's kind of like the gordita crunch. It's like a tortilla with nacho cheese, and they put like a hard taco around it.
Interesting.
It's like my new favorite thing there. It's $1. It's
A
yeah.
gordita crunch.
It's not. It's similar to that.
Similar to
Just
that.
found
It's
out where I'm
better.
going to
What's
get
it
dinner.
called?
I know.
What's it called?
I don't even know it's on the dollar menu. I just
Okay.
call it the new dollar
I don't even know
taco.
Taco Bell
I'll
had
take
a
a
dollar
dollar
menu.
taco. That could be a lot of different
What about
things there,
you? What
right?
do you get when you drive through Taco Bell? I mean, I'm assuming you drive through it. I don't go eat in
Yeah,
Taco
nobody eats in Taco Bell. It's a straight drive-through these days. I mean, they just shut the restaurant
mean,
completely down anyway.
These days,
so.
I thought we were talking
These
about
days.
like at all times, and I was like, well,
Yeah,
I do.
these days.
But
What do you get, Cameron, at
I
Taco
just
Bell?
get tacos, Supreme tacos.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, fun fact, on Cameron's wedding day, he was eating tacos, and so I had to put napkins into his tuxedo so he wouldn't make a
That's
mess.
what good friends do.
Yes.
They put bibs.
I think we have a picture of
They
it too.
put
Yeah,
bibs in
somewhere.
other friends to protect them
Collars.
from
She
getting.
got mad at me because at first I was like, oh, I'm just going to lean over. And she's like, no. And we had to wait for an
I like the double-decker taco. I like the Mexican pizza. You know, those are good ones.
Tell me about the double-decker taco.
The double-decker taco is a soft tortilla with refried beans over a hard shell taco with ground beef, lettuce, cheese.
So it's similar.
It's
So we have
a
similar
taco
tastes.
inside of a taco. It's great. Try it next time you're there.
More food for the price
All
of
right,
one.
let's do our giveaway. It's time. How about you? Okay, big drum roll. Here we go. In the chats, real quick, the giveaway goes to Princesa Cordova. Congratulations. You are the winner of the fourth meal Taco Bell giveaway tonight.
Awesome.
So we will be in touch. We will get you a gift card.
So be
Congratulations.
sure, hop on Instagram or something, get your parent to reach out to us so we can figure out how to get you that gift card, and then Brooke will set you up with the Taco Bell gift card.
All right,
Yeah.
so this week a social media post went out, Brooke, and what was that post about? And this will lead us into what we're
So
doing
we
next.
just asked you guys, what do you want us to talk about, or what are questions that you guys have for us? So I have a couple up here for us that people commented in or DM'd us, and right now we're going to open it up while we're answering these. You can go ahead and type in questions in the chat with the platform you are on and ask us other questions, and we're just going to hop into these. So I got to hop on.
So that means it's a Q&A.
Yeah.
So that means you ask the questions, and the three amigos here, as we are commonly called.
What?
Amigos.
That's what people call us. Go ahead and ask your
White girl
questions,
takes
and we
on.
will make our best attempt to answer your questions.
Okay.
And we'll give you a second to just chat those in. And did you say at the end of this,
I didn't yet.
Cameron, tell one more thing. Chat in
There's
some questions
a
and one
giveaway
more
at the
thing.
end.
Oh, that's right. I was like, well, what are we doing at the end?
Your rundown meeting.
Yeah, actually, well,
freestyle
we have a
for
giveaway
it.
at the end, and also, just to let you know, I think we have another way that you can get a giveaway this week. So during the week
Lots of
outside of
giveaways.
Wednesday. So
Yeah,
lots of giveaways during the stream.
One today, one next week, all kinds.
Awesome. So Brooke has our first question.
So the first question is just telling us to talk about school starting within our lives. So like I'm going back to school. You have kids. You're doing school online. So like what are we doing?
Exactly.
Start with John.
Why
What are-
me?
You're in the
Okay.
middle.
Okay, so I have 4 kids. 3 of them are in elementary school. Well, actually, no, Jackson's in middle school now. So 2 of them are in elementary, one's in middle school. And so we just moved. And so now that we moved, we got to figure out what's going on in this school district that we have moved into, because everything is all out of whack. Everything said they're going to start at this date, then that got pushed back, then that got pushed back, and the school districts are still meeting. I believe there's a Leander meeting this Thursday night at 9 o'clock, the board's meeting, to figure some things out. Did you hear about that?
I didn't. 9 o'clock sounds late. To
It
me.
is a late
Why-
board
that's
meeting.
A late,
That's a
late
very
PM?
late board meeting.
PM.
At 9
Oh.
o'clock p.m.,
That's
they're
like
talking
an
about
elementary
things.
kid's bedtime.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's crazy.
Interesting.
But so our kids, I mean, I want them to go to class. They want to go to class. Let's just see if the school's going to let them.
Yeah. Well, today I actually got an email from, I go to Texas State, for those of you wondering, and one of my classes I was supposed to be going to McNeil for to do observations and do class there. But they gave us they emailed us today and said, you know, we need y'all to email us. Would you rather be in Zoom class or would you rather go? I don't know what I'm doing yet because I just got the email today because I don't know, like is 100 people going to be in my class or, you know, that kind of thing. But then one of my,
situational.
yeah, it's situational. So I kind of want to email my teacher about that. And then one of my other classes, it's Monday, Wednesdays, and I'll be driving to San Marcos for that. So, yeah.
Great.
So Cameron, what about you in your school?
I'm actually done.
Yeah.
Like when you said you're going to school, I was like, I am. So, I mean, for me, I mean, it affects us at work and everything. I'm just, I'm interested to see how the school districts are going to like roll out their plan and everything. Because I've heard many different things, and some things like it's actually, in my opinion, better to learn at home if it's how it's going to be in the classroom. So it all just depends on, that's just,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even think the school district has fully figured it out yet. So
Yeah, I think it's all a learning process.
Okay.
The next one we have is let's talk about the leader, like what us leaders have been up to throughout quarantine and summer. So like quarantine was happening, we talked about that, but now that it's like a quarantine summer, what are you doing, Cameron?
Mine sounds boring. I've just been going to work. I mean, my
Yeah.
my life really hasn't changed as much because I work for an essential company or whatever. And so between work and all that, what about you, John?
Okay. So for me, work too, but it has been, I've been considered an essential worker also. Churches never closed. And so when COVID hit, I mean, I was here. We were here. It was like we went off. Why are you guys laughing at me? 'Cause-
Brooke started it.
Good, thanks. I appreciate that.
You're saying you're an essential employee. We got it.
Yeah, good. I appreciate that. So I've been here the whole time. Now what we've had to do. Do I have a booger coming out of my
No,
nose?
I literally
No.
just looked at you and smiled, and
Good.
y'all start laughing.
I know. Oh no, there's more to it than that, but that's all right.
There's not.
So we've had to figure out how to do church when everything just went upside down. Like we're not allowed to meet, and so we've had to go virtual, and it's been tough. It's been hard not to have Takeover. We miss you guys. We miss not. Oh, come on, what's going on? We miss not seeing the leaders. We miss not being in the building, and so I've been trying to help figure out how to do church. And also, we've moved. So it's been a wild and crazy summer for me and my family.
For our small group leaders, y'all be sure to chat in like what you've been doing, what y'all been up to. Put it in the chat.
For sure. Let
Brooke,
us
what about
know.
you?
I did school my first half of summer, so like all of June to the beginning of July. And then for July, I mean, I've just been up here at the church doing things with Cameron and John and on Sundays. And then honestly, like being really lazy. It's been nice because I don't normally get that because this is my first summer only doing half of summer. Normally I do 2 school sessions. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself, but I also I'm at that point where I
Between
like
school
don't
and
want
then
to
we're
do.
at camp, then okay,
Yeah, we don't
yeah.
have camp, so I'm like, what do I do with my life in the summer? So yeah.
Anything on the Instagrams over there?
Does John prefer a regular trailer or a gooseneck trailer?
Oh, that must be Dave Schiller. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
I wonder if that's the same person that's on Rock Point's
well,
account on YouTube.
just seeing as I can only handle a regular trailer, I got to go with that. So, with all of this being said, one of the things I think we're talking about is that we started this new series on Sunday called Normal. And, we've talked about our summers, and I think I can say my summer has been anything but normal. And so maybe you are sick and tired of hearing the word new normal. Are you guys tired of that yet? The new
Yes.
normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it. And so one of the things we're talking about through this series is what we are liking to say future normal, because we're tired of the word new normal, is just how everything's changed. And so this past Sunday, Shane talked to us a little bit about Moses and his story of how when they were in Egypt, what did Moses do? He led the slaves out of Egypt.
Sorry, you threw me
correct?
off. I was
just
ready to
making
ask
sure
another
you're
question.
with us. And so
I was ready to ask the
Moses,
question, so I was like, oh, okay.
Moses led the slaves out of Egypt. All right, so there was a ton of slaves in Egypt, and there was one dude, and he gathered up the slaves, and he said, "Let's go." And so they left. And when they got on their way, Pharaoh changed his mind because he's like, "Who's gonna build the buildings? Are we not even live? What do we do? I don't know. I feel like something's going on."
I'm fine with
That's
moving
good.
on.
Fine.
Like, we're good.
Okay,
Lil Mo.
appreciate it. And so Moses leads the slaves out of Egypt. And what happens is they get to the Red Sea, and Pharaoh's closing in on them. They're about to capture them, and Moses splits the Red Sea. So they start crossing over, and as soon as they get to the Red Sea, it closes, and then it takes out Pharaoh and his army trying to recapture the slaves. So there is Moses and the slaves, and they enter into what is known as the wilderness or the desert. And they go wandering in the desert for a very long time. How long did they go wandering in the desert?
40 years.
Four.
Zero.
Not 14.
40.
So here's the point. They get into the desert, and as they're into the desert, after year 1, after year 2, after year 3 of being in the desert, they get to a point where they start saying, hey, it's better to just go back to Egypt than to wander around in this desert, because they're starving, they're dehydrated, they're hot, they're tired, they're on foot, they're moving all the time. And so what the slaves are saying is, we were better off being slaves than we were trying to run and try to get through this thing. So Cameron, what at this point in the story does that make you think of?
I talked to y'all about it beforehand. To me, I'm really big in summer camp and all that, and it sucked that we didn't get to do it this year, but because of COVID. But going with that about wanting to go, rather going back to slavery than staying in the desert, I think about when we're at camp, like we make the decision, we're like, we're going to change this. I'm going to change this in my life and all this, and whether it's just like a me decision or a group decision. And we're awesome. We're doing it for like a week after camp, and then we just go right back into the crap we were doing before camp. And it's kind of like, instead of going, like, you kind of start realizing how tough it is to make the life change and all this. You're like, oh, no, I'd rather go back. And that's just what came to my mind when we were talking about it before
Yeah?
the live.
Yep. What about for you, as you hear about this idea of like, they got out of slavery and their situation was so bad, they wanted to go back to it, even so much so that they were willing to die. They thought death was better than the situation they were in.
I mean, I just think like hard circumstances are what make a strong person. And so there's times whenever you're like, man, this is tough. I just want to go back to the easy way. And you just have to like put your faith and trust in God and remember, he closed that Red Sea. So there's no turning back to it. You need to go forward with his plan and purpose for you. Whether it's really what you want, it's what you need to do with your life. So.
I think part of what makes me think of what you're saying is that when things do get tough, we want to go back to what's comfortable. And so I know for some of us, like we go through things like you're talking about, going through tough circumstances. Like if you're trying to change something about yourself that you don't like, or change something that's a bad habit, or something that is actually like an addiction, then maybe you might get a week in, you might get 9 days in, and what do? A lot of times you just want to go back because it's tough. It's tough to do a lot of times the right thing or what it takes to move forward, and especially in a tough circumstance. And so one of the things that we closed on Sunday was the point that what if normal isn't something we go back to, but it's actually it's something that we're looking forward to. What if normal isn't something we're going to go back to, but what if it's something we're actually looking forward to? What does that make you think about?
I think we've been so like kind of what Shane was saying on Sunday. I don't know if y'all watched the service, but like we're so much looking back towards everything that it's not letting us look ahead. Like you were saying, you close the Red Sea type thing. I think that's a situation for all of us in the world today. Like we've had a big change in what's going on, and I think like instead of focusing on what was happening before March and pre-COVID and all that, we need to start focusing on what's ahead and how we can make the best of it. What about you, Brooke?
I look at it as like an opportunity. So like I think a lot of times you're given the choice to be like an optimist or a pessimist in situations, and like in this like that's how it speaks to me is like you're given this opportunity to see it as good or bad. So minds will make the best of it and like do something with the opportunity that you have. So it's kind of like an open-ended to each person. Like, what are you going to do with that opportunity you're given? So.
Yeah, that's good. And I think that like in that point in the story where that Red Sea closed, they're out there, they're in the desert, which one of the whole reasons why they left in the first place is that God had a promise for them that they were going to reach what was called the promised land. And so God had something in the future for them that they just kept pressing on and pressing on. And I don't know if you feel like you've ever been in a point in your life where you've reached for something, you've hoped for something, you've asked for something over and over and over and over and over to the point where maybe you gave up or you're ready to give up asking for it, or it made you question God's existence, or it made you question, everything. And so, there's a point at which there wasn't any going back. And so right now, I think what the idea of this series is, it's like, man, it's time for all of us to be looking forward to the future normal. And that a lot of you watching, y'all are the ones that are going to help make the future normal what it is going to be. And, Moses, I believe he didn't get to the promised land. I believe he passed away with the promised land in sight. And so, it's kind of crazy to think about that he led them out 40 years and he didn't get a chance to see that. And so, maybe like part of another thing that makes me think about is like, September 11th was a big thing. Y'all probably read about it in history books. I was alive when it happened. I'm old, okay? Okay? I'm old. But one of the things that changed was like airports. That was never the same again. Like security is completely different than what it was. That changed. It didn't change everything, but it changed something. It changed some things. And so, that's just something, and part of this story is it's like, looking forward and continuing to hang on and trust in God during this current weird normal, that he's got a future normal that's going to be something better than what the slaves were going through back in Egypt, that they had their promised land that was for them.
And another thing to remember, like it can suck like during it and being in it. I mean, and don't, just because we're online only and everything, like don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. I mean, whether it's one of us three, whether it's your small group leader, whether it's other people in your small group, like don't be afraid to lean on people. Like that's the whole point of the church. One thing that was really big is how we're always told like the church is not the building, it's the people. And I feel like that's really, through this whole situation, it's really shown it. It's the people that are the church. Like it's your friends, it's your people in your small group. So just be sure, like, don't be trying to do everything by yourself and on your own. Because, I mean, it can get you down.
I was listening to a podcast today, actually, and one of my favorite people, but she said this line, and it's kind of funny, but she said, embrace the suck. Like, embrace it. Like, you're going to learn so many things through it, and there's always someone that can help you through it because they've gone through it. And so like that's what your leaders are. That's what these people are. Like they're here to help you walk through tough seasons to make you stronger, and then one day you can help other people. So like embrace the suck that's going on, make the best of it, turn it into an opportunity like we've been saying tonight. So yeah, definitely like reach out to the people in the church.
I mean, and if you're somebody that's going good, like last week we talked about how you can be a positive influence in somebody else's life. Like, don't be afraid to reach out. You never know. You never realize like how much texting somebody like, "Hey, how are you? Or how was your day?" Somebody that we text back and forth is me and Brooke. Like once a week I try to text, "Hey, how's it going?" Once a week she texts me or something. I mean, and it may be just about church, but just having that interaction with somebody or knowing somebody's checking on you can be really big.
And if you just know us through virtual, or if you just don't come to Takeover that often, or if you don't know who to talk to, just like DM us or something. Tell us like who you are, and like we can connect you to somebody. Maybe it's one of us or something, depending on who you are. But we'd love to connect you if you don't have someone.
So with that being said, next Wednesday, we won't be doing this. We'll be out at the park. We'll be out at campus. Come see us 7 to 8 next week. And man, we're looking forward to seeing some of y'all. Any other last parting words or any other thoughts?
Don't. If you're fixing to ask
No,
that question,
no,
I was
not.
like, no.
Do you want to pray and then do the giveaway?
Yeah. Y'all figure out the giveaway. I'll pray.
We got
Here we go. All right, God, thank you just for the opportunity just to be an encouragement to those that were listening and that are with us. And so, Lord, I hope that we can hang on to the fact that the things that we're going through right now and some of the struggle in that and how we might want to go back to the things that we wish that we had before, even if it was worse, going back to something, God, that you, man, you're leading us through things in our life right now to something better. You're actually at work and you're growing things that we're not seeing right now that we're going to get to see in the future. And so, Lord, help us trust you in that. Give us wisdom to follow you. And just, Lord, continue to help encourage us as not just the church as the individuals, but also as a building, to figure out how we can connect and how we can help students and leaders grow spiritually. And so thank you for this opportunity tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And, all right, hey, do you want to pick
We got
a
a
winner?
giveaway.
Or do you want us to pick a winner?
All
All right,
right.
we'll pick a winner. All right, we are going to pick Gabriel Montoy. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
All right, Gabriel, just DM us, comment on here, and we will get in touch with you. How should they do that if they're watching on YouTube?
Actually, he's the Liberty Hill campus.
Okay,
kid.
cool.
So, Gabe,
Cameron will
I'll
be in
text
touch
you,
with you.
and we'll get you your, is it another Taco Bell gift card?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's do it.
All right, Taco Bell. Free Taco
All
Bell
right.
for everyone.
And then going ahead and moving on with this week's giveaway, we're going with something different. So this Sunday with our overall church live stream, I'm going to call it Big Church. It streams on Sunday mornings at 9 and 11 and throughout the day. But at our 9 and 11 service, 9:30, sorry. Saw the
9:30 and
number,
11.
didn't remember the 30, but 9:30 and 11, if you chime in, we're going to put you into a little bucket, and we're going to pick someone's name out. So if you chime in, you have a chance to win another gift card just by saying, hey,
It could legit just be good morning.
good morning, hey, how's it going? Or say you're representing Takeover, and we'll pick a student that has chimed in either at the 9:30 or 11 service to win a gift card that we will announce next week. So we'll be looking out for the post on Sunday or Saturday to remind you and comment to win